Hi, welcome to another video. So write f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 6x plus 1 in completed the square form. Hence write down the sequence of transformations that should be done to map y is equal to f of x onto y is equal to x squared, and then show algebraically that the sequence of transformations will map y is equal to f of x is y equal to x squared. Okay, so first step is to put this in completed the square form. Okay, so I like to factorise out the 2 from the beginning of the first two terms only. Some people like to do it a slightly different method. That's fine. And then I've got brackets around that. Now, what I do now is take half of the minus 3. Okay, and I'm going to have 2 brackets x minus 3 over 2, close bracket squared, plus 1. But in doing this process, I've added something in. Now, to work out what you've added in, I do 2 times minus 3 over 2 squared. So that's 2 times 9 over 4, and then that will be that I've added in 18 over 4, which is 9 over 2. Now, if I've added in 9 over 2, then in order to keep the balance, I need to take away 9 over 2. And then all I do is I write down the first part here, and then I need to work out 2 minus 9. Let's just move that line a little bit. Two minus 9 over 2, which will give me, let's move that over there a little bit, so that will give me 2 minus 9, which will give me minus 7 over 2. So in completed the square form, we're going to have 2 times x minus 3 over 2 all squared, minus 7 over 2. Now that will allow me now to find the transformations from y is equal to x squared to this one, which I have to do first, but remembering that we will need to do the reverse. We're going on from this back to y is equal to x squared. So that's completed the square form. So the sequence of transformations from y is equal to x squared to y is equal to f of x. Remember, it's the reverse of what we're being asked to do in the question, and in the completed square form. Now, there's more than one correct answer, so you can translate it 3 over 2 units, followed by a stretch, and then another translation, but you can actually do the stretch first. So stretch is parallel to the y-axis, scale factor 2, followed by a translation. Now you've got to be careful, because if there's a minus in here, it's actually going in the positive direction, so that's going to be 3 over 2, and this one has the same sign as it has minus 7 over 2. But we are doing the reverse of that, so we'll start from here. So we will have to do, so we're doing y is equal to f of x back onto y is equal to x squared, so we'll do a translation. We'll need to change the sign of that one, so it'll be minus 3 over 2, and then make that one positive, which is 7 over 2, followed by the same stretch, parallel to the y-axis, except the scale factor will now become 1/2, 1 over, the reciprocal of 2, 1 over 2. Okay, we now need to show that that's true algebraically, so we'll just write those out again. So we've just got those there, and this we'll go back to the original format of the function f of x, which is 2x squared minus 6x plus 1. So what are we being asked to work out? We will need to required to do f of x plus 3 over 2. Remember, you have to change the sign for the x1. Then we will have to translate it up 7 over 2. So this is a translation to the left, 3 over 2. This is a translation upwards, 7 over 2. Then all of that will need to be multiplied by a half, like that. So applying that to this, that means this will be a half of, everywhere there's an x, we will now have to put x plus 3 over 2. So it becomes x plus 3 over 2 squared minus 6 times x plus 3 over 2 plus 1. And then we'll have to add on 7 over 2, and then we'll close the bracket, because the whole lot have to be multiplied by a half. Right, so we need to work with this algebraically and show that this is equal to x squared. So that will be a half, so you have to do it bit by bit. So if you expand this and you know your expansions well, this will become x squared plus 3x plus 9 over 4. Taking this in here, that will become minus 6x minus, so 2's into 6 become 3. So 3 times 3 makes 9, so it would be minus 9 plus 1 plus 7 over 2, close the bracket off. Okay, so writing that out again here. And then we will multiply this by 2. So if you do too much in one go, you'll make a mistake. So you get 2x squared plus 6x, and then 2 divided by 4 will just become 9 over 2. Okay, minus 6x, so that's good because it looks like that's going to cancel out. And then minus 9 plus 1 plus 7 over 2 happens to be minus 9 over 2. So a little bit of cancelling. So we cancel out the plus 6x and the minus 6x. The 9 over 2 and the 9 over 2. And look, we've just got a half times 2x squared, or half times 2 is 1. So we got x squared as required. So don't do too much in one go. Just do it slowly for your algebraic skills. Now, what does this look like graphically? So there's a GeoGebra app, and the link I will put in the notes of this video, like always. Okay, so here we have y is equal to x squared, and here we have the graph of 2x squared minus 6x plus 1. And we can see it here in the square form. Okay, so how do we go from here to here? Well, we do a stretch parallel to the y-axis, 2, and then translate 3 over 2 minus 7 over 2. It's a little bit small, but you'll be able to see it clearly on the app. If I click this little button here, okay, what we will see is that this graph is now moved 3 over 2 that way, up 7 over 2 to get the orange one, which is the translated graph. Okay, and then we can see that to get to the green graph, we will need to do a stretch scale factor 1/2, which is the opposite of the other one, 1/2. So that point will go down to there, and you'll end up with y is equal to x squared. Although this is a little bit difficult to see, you'll be able to see it much clearer if you look at it for yourself using the link in the video. I thank you very much for watching. I hope you've understood. And if you've got a chance, subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much. Just one last thing. For this app, obviously you can do different functions. You can do different functions, yeah. And it will also do negative ones as well. Okay, thank you very much again.